there is an impression in this country that once the president is authorized and the money starts to roll towards Pakistan, the Pakistani government, either the Ministry of Finance or Foreign Affairs or the Prime Minister's office, will have to sign parallel instrument that will mention, that will automatically impose the conditions of Kerry Lugar legislation and bill, which you say is on the US executive upon the government of Pakistan. Is it something like that going to happen?
No, I mean, what happens usually, as I say, this is what we call authorizing legislation. So the president can sign this, but that doesn't mean any money will flow. You have to go back to the Congress to get the money appropriated. So it's a two-step process. And when the money is appropriated, we can take a hard look at what, if any, conditions will be expressed. Again, I would just reiterate, these are conditions on the United States government. And then move forward with the money being appropriated. But I want to make very clear, you know, we believe that our relationship with Pakistan is in both of our interests. We believe that it is important for the United States, but we believe equally it's important for Pakistan. We believe that the kind of assistance that we could provide to fulfill the needs that are identified by the people and government of Pakistan could be useful.
But Pakistanis also have to believe that. So it's
well,
not enough for you to believe that.
Oh no, I agree with. Look, I agree with you. No, but I think we'll move on. But I think you don't have to believe it. We don't have to give you the money. I mean, this is like, you know, this is not. Nobody is saying you must take this money so that we can help you rebuild your energy sector or put more kids in school or provide better maternal and child health. You don't have to take the money.
But there is another side.
So let's move ahead. Are you going to raise the question, or Mubashir going?
Please,
okay. You go ahead.
If you allow me. Okay. Because thank you very much and welcome to Pakistan. And we also believe that United States and Pakistan, they need each other and we need friendship. But there are some questions in the mind of common people. I will start my question with Kerry Lugar bill. Rule of law have been mentioned many times in Kerry Lugar bill, which is a very good thing. But my question is about those US officials who are breaking Pakistani law again and again in this federal capital of Pakistan, which is called Islamabad. And they have been caught many times by our police. They were carrying illegal weapons. Just last morning, in the morning of 27th of October, 4 US Marines were caught in 3 o'clock in the morning in Islamabad. They were arrested and within 1 hour they were released. So the common man is asking this question, that why the US officials are free to break Pakistani law and who have ordered them to patrol on the streets of Islamabad, and will you allow Pakistani soldiers to patrol like this, carrying illegal weapons in their hands in the streets of Washington?
Thank you, Hannah.
Well, I don't have any of the specifics about that particular question. I can only say that there are rules which govern all countries. Diplomatic immunity applies in every country. So certain things that a Pakistani official in our capital of Washington might do would be diplomatically immune from arrest or from any kind of action. I have no idea whether that is what we're talking about.
But no diplomat come on the road at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yes, I mean we have diplomats and people assigned to embassies in our country who have car accidents, who get into fights, who have all kinds of problems. And there are international rules about how to deal with that. I will certainly look into it to see whether what you're talking about is within that kind of framework or there's something else going on.
Secretary, thanks. Let me move ahead. Mubashir, please.
Just state one thing at the outset. You know, perception is reality. You may be very sincere and very serious in your endeavors to provide aid to Pakistan. But if the people of Pakistan do not perceive it as an aid, then there's a serious issue and one has to look beyond that. Now, the fact of the matter is, when we all of us, and I speak for every one of us, we have our hands on the pulse of the people. We talk to people on the roads, we talk to people on the streets, we talk to people who have invested over here. And they all ask one question, and I can't answer that. When President George Bush made a statement, either you're with us or against us in Pakistan at that time, the government of Pakistan at that time chose to be an ally of the United States without any conditions put anywhere, you know, with just one phone call. How come now when Pakistan is in need of aid, the government of the United States or the congressman or the Secretary of State has to come up with certain conditions. Now, I'll dovetail this so that we can move on as well. If the United States government is so sincere in helping Pakistan go through its problems, why is it that you are constantly using drone attacks inside Pakistan? Why not transfer that technology to the Pakistan military that you have praised yourself just now?
Well, first let me say that one of the pages I'm turning is on the Bush administration, because I think being for us or against us was not the best way to build common purpose among other nations with our own. And we are grateful for the support that Pakistan has given in the fight against terrorism. It's a mutual concern, and we have a common enemy. And I am very admiring of the sacrifice that the Pakistani people have had to endure in order to undertake this fight. But I think that it is a different, I think the difference that we're talking about here is not as great as it is perceived on the part of the people that you are referring to. But I will admit that clearly there is a lot of misperception, and perception is a reality, so therefore it is up to us to try to set that straight. And we will certainly try to do a better job that we just haven't apparently done, because it hasn't been convincing to those of you who represent the media. But it's not for any bad intent. It's just apparently we were not as sensitive as we should have been in terms of presenting the legislation that was passed by the Congress. And with respect to your second question, you know, I don't really talk about that. I think that's something that the military-to-military relationship has to deal with.
But is there a possibility for that in the near future?
I'm not going to speculate on that.
Okay.
Sorry, if I may. And we're talking about an expansion of drone strikes towards Balochistan. That's been in the news as well. So how does that fit in with all of this?
Well, I don't think that the discussions between our militaries and our intelligence agencies, which are in constant consultation, are really appropriate to be discussed. Those are something that goes to the very difficult decisions that your military has to make, and I think we should, give them the support that they need in trying to root out the people who are our common enemies.